It's a beautiful day to plant your garlic. It's the end of 2022. It's bright day and I decided to plant more garlic. So the number of garlic this year, it's gonna be quite a lot since I have so many empty beds prepared. I'm gonna plant like close to 15,000 cloves this year. Most of them it's going to be a red Russian. Bought it from quite a few farmer because I want to see the same variety from different soil which has a different flavor as well. The size of the garlic also it's a little bit different, so I'm gonna try at least 3 different farmers red Russian garlic this year and see how it play out. And the elephant garlic, it's one of the best variety I can say. It's really big cloves, and I planted I'm actually planting close to 4,000 I planted this year, so it's quite a bit lot than previous year. And there are other 2 varieties I've been thinking of, polish and music. That's a Canadian variety. That's not much, but I want to try those varieties as well. It's not that big garlics, but the size of the garlic it's gonna be a little smaller than red Russian, but the flavor I heard it was really good and more strong. So bed preparations, what I have done was it's a 4 feet wide and 100 feet long to keep it consistent, so that when I use the ground cover or something I can just use it for other bed as well if I have the same size. And I have used maybe an inch of topsoil to see how it works out. I'm not 100% sure it will stop the weeds from coming out, but at least it will give you a little bit of help for the soil garlic to grow really well. And mulch is like 18 inches of mulch between beds. That gives a kind of strong protections against that weed which grow. So this is, I planned to keep it as a permanent bed, so every year I will add maybe a manure or a topsoil on the bed and keep the walk path and wood chips and keeping them weed control. I'm not sure how it's going to work out since I'm doing this first time here on this section of the partition. It's completely brand new. I have tried quite a few approach, but most of them weed succeed. I could not able to control them, so I come up with something like this. I hope it will work out. I thought I can add initially a good amount of manure, maybe a couple of inches, but the cost of the manure it's really high in this area, so I'm not sure I can able to afford spending that much on manure at the moment. So we are actually going with the topsoil and see how it plays out. So the garlic spacing, what I'm doing was it's a 6 inches gap between each garlic, and then each line also approximately close to 6 to 8 inches, and try to keep them diagonally. That's why I've been trying to arrange the seeds, but it is taking so much time, so I want to learn what is the best way to do. That's why I've been doing this way, just arranging the seeds first in a way where we see like how much seed we can able to plant, the spacing I want to be more precise, so that it, each garlic will have enough space to grow. um, yeah, and then how do I make the bed? So it's kind of 6 or 7 steps involved. So I moved the soil from the walkway maybe off feet to raise the bed height, and then before that I plowed the land a couple of times to make the soil more soft, and then put the mulch in the gap between the beds. Try to drive the tractor tires on that to keep them compressed, so that the airflow will be comparatively less if it is really tight. So in that case, if there is no airflow, there won't be much of weed growth. And then putting the inch of topsoil and leveling them up perfectly to look nicer, as well as covering the background underneath them. And what else I did? I think that's pretty much I did. But the spacing, everything, I want to keep it really wide, 18-inch. People say like a 12-inch is more than enough, but I prefer having a more room to walk freely. But maybe down the line the bed soil will come down to the walk path. So if we keeping it wide, it makes for longer. And then bed I have planted like 4 feet, means I can able to reach from one side to other. It's more reachable. So that's the thing. So my hand is a little bit longer, I guess. So for me 4 feet is ideal. If you think you want to be more comfortable, maybe I would recommend to go a little less. As well as the racks is I think 36-inch wide. It means 3 feet. Actually my beds, it's not even 4 feet. It is close to 4 feet. If I remember correctly, I made it I think 38 inches exactly. Yeah, 38 inches. So it's 3 feet something. So that is the width of the bed. So this one is perfectly fine for me. I have a ground cover of 4 feet, so that the whole bed will be covered, and then off feet will be on the top of the walking path where it will cover, so that the complete bed will be covered under the ground cover. So the reason I have the ground cover is after the planting there will be a winter, and then it's kind of going to be a rainy season completely, and the germination of the weeds gonna be crazy. So after I planting the garlic, I'm gonna put the ground cover, that is covering the planted area as well as off feet of the walk path from each side. So I have tried a different approach to put the ground cover. I bought some cheap ground pins, ground staples, or from Canadian Tire, but those are really small. I thought maybe I can buy some cheap one to accomplish what I was thinking of, but those I think it's not even a 4-inch, maybe close to 4-inch pin that actually when in the light wind itself, it's not going to hold it. So then I have come up with something. I bought a ground pin of 6 inches that is a little solid, and initially I put like in an under feet bed 6 or 7 pair of sticks, and then putting the ground pin on top of it. to hold that sticks to hold the ground cover. So the reason what I tried was is it's a bit crazy, so I don't want to spoil the ground cover. It is so nice if we start putting the pin way now and then, and the ground cover will be hold out everywhere. So I come up with something, spending a little more, but buying a stick. I think each stick it's 4 feet length, and it's $1.50, I guess, from Home Depot. I bought that one, and that pin also is not actually holding up because it was a rainy season. The land is really wet and more moisture. The pin it's just coming off. Initially I thought this is not going to work out, and then I come up with other plan, like buying a I think 1x4 rod or something, cut them into 1 feet, and then make a bend on the top of it to hold that particular a stick, and see how that played out. And yeah, it did work in some part, but the wind is really heavy this side, so especially on the December time, so it didn't hold up. I tried a couple of times, or 3 times maybe, then finally I gave up. So whatever it's sit there, I let it be, leave it there, and see how it's going to come out. And the reason I'm putting the ground cover is it is really helping the garlic to keep the moisture, and it grow really well, and it actually stop the weeding. You don't going to keep the cover for long. This one I'm planting in September, and maybe end of January I will remove the cover. Once the garlic sprouts maybe an inch or so, then I will remove the cover, so that the garlic will pick up quickly. I hope it will give the shade, so that the weed or a germination of the weed or all those things comparatively will be controlled. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. And each bed for me took maybe an hour or hour and a half to plant this many cloves, because it's a lot. It is a lot of heavy lifting for my knees. I'm not sure I can able to do this for longer. Maybe I should find some other way to plan these things, because this is a really intense work. I got really tired. I got really frustrated every day after planting the garlics. So yeah, I've been doing this one bed in a day. So I don't want to do it in a whole day. I will get exhausted. I hope my friends will come and help sometime. Yeah, for now it's one man. Let's get this going and see how it plays out.
who made it.
And thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.